Yep, this is a arcade 1-up, 8-game multi-cade that you can get off of QVC and HSN and all that stuff. It's a Miss Pac-Man cabinet. Really nice. I mounted it on the wall here, as you can see. You can also, it comes with legs where you can have it on the countertop. Very low profile, fits really well on the wall. But one thing about it, it's really good. One weak point of these is the stock joystick, 4-way joystick. A lot of people have reported that these fail eventually. Either one of the, like, it won't go left or up or down or whatever after a while of being used severely. This one still works fine, but I decided to update it to a SANWA. So I'm going to show you how to take it apart and put the SANWA in there. Okay, first thing you're going to do is pull the ball off here. Just unscrew it. Okay, got threads. And then the next thing, you'll have this little piece that covers the hole. You pull that off. Then I'm going to remove the clear plexiglass that protects the board here. It's only 2 screws, one on this side and one on that side. I'll spare you that while I do it. All right, now the screws are removed. 2 screws. Pull the plexiglass off. Okay, see it comes off. Okay, so the next step, you will remove the 2 screws on one side, and then on the other side you have 2 more screws. Okay, the screws out, they're right there. They're real long, but they come out really easy. And then this will lift right out of here, as you can see. And all the electronics are right underneath. There's not even a cover on this cabinet on the bottom of this. Like on some of the 1-ups have a cover on it. This one is pretty much wide open. So you know, a good idea is also to unplug the cabinet so it's doesn't have any power in there. But what we got to do is remove this ribbon cable right here on the bottom, and then we can pull the whole unit out. You can see down in there the ribbon cable. Just pop that off. See how I'm holding it here? And just pop that ribbon cable off of there. Just pull it off right there. Then you also have a speaker on the front there, which goes into the board. You'll just pull that out of the board there for the speaker. Also, you'll see they have a zip tie holding everything together here, and you'll want to cut that, but you know, be careful cutting it. Cut it at the head so that you don't cut any of the wires here. So you can see it pulls right out of the connector. You can grab the other one, just rock it a little bit back and forth, and it'll pop out. That glue really doesn't hold it, so you don't have to worry about it pulling it off. It'll still pop out. So you see you got them off there. And then now we'll be unscrewing this from here. Okay, so I took the screws off there. They're like wood screws, little short ones. And it comes right off. You see here? It comes right off. No glue holding it. Some of the 1-ups I've heard, they actually use a little glue, so you gotta kind of get a razor under it, or something to pry it up a little bit to pop the glue. But I can report on the cabinets that QVC and HSN sell, the Miss Pac-Man one anyway, no glue. So that's good news. Makes it really easy. And you can see this is identical to SANWA. It's the same 4 bolts that hold it on. So we're just gonna transfer the plates. So basically it's a bolt on. Okay, no reason to bore you with that. You just unscrew the 4 screws off of this one, Unscrew the 4 screws off of that one and swap them. Or just put this one on this plate. You don't have to swap it, obviously. You're not going to use the other one. So here you have the 1-up plate bolted to the SANWA. And notice where the connector is. I put the plate on the same direction with the arrow facing to the left, cut into the plate, the same direction, the same side as the connector. And you see how the connector is on the bottom here. That is the way you want it for the directions to work properly when this wire is connected. You want it to be, the connector to be facing to the left the same way as the arrow on the 1-up plate. So that's how you're going to do it. You notice the PCB is on top. So that's how we're mounting it. So pay attention to the connector, where it is, and where the PCB is. Okay? We're putting it, it's above it. We're mounting it. And then this is where the connector is. It's just the orientation of this so that the up, down, left, and right works properly. Okay, so now I'm going to mount this to the back plate. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3 screws holding the plate, because the 4th screw happens to fall right underneath the connector. And you can't get a screwdriver by those pins. Now, you could tap another screw, because there's plenty of spots to put more screws in here. You could do one like right here if you wanted to, or you know, this is too close to this hole. I wouldn't use the same slot. But if you wanted to, if you didn't feel comfortable with 3 screws, which I do, I think it'll hold it fine. I don't think it's going to have a problem. I just tightened them really snug. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But if you wanted to, you could use a screw to get a drill, put a tiny little pilot hole right there, and then put another screw, put the screw right there to give it more, you know, if you don't feel confident with the 3. I do. That's the way I'm leaving it. I'm not going to put, you know, drill any new holes or anything. It's solid. It isn't going anywhere. So then all you do is you just plug the plug in here, which simple as this, and the other plugs go right there. So it plugs all the way in until it snaps. Of course, I am trying to hold the camera and do this, so I will shut this off and plug that in. You'll need this adapter cable to make the SANWA stick adapt to the 1-up board. I bought this one from a company called Nifty Tech. They have it. Several other companies carry this, but I believe their Nifty Tech is on eBay, but you can, I think they have a website too. I'll put the description below. Here's where the other ends go. They are marked. One of the cables had a mark on it that told you what is up and down and left and right. And it's also marked on the PCB board. You can see it right there, right, left, and that's for this one here. And there is a tab on this that says right, left, and then you can see right here where it says down, up, and that's for this other one. Very, very easy to figure out. They just plug right in. They're keyed. They can only go in one direction, so it's very easy. You can see here, just set it back in here, and this way it's easy to plug in your little speaker wire. Just grab your little speaker wire and plug it right back in the same direction, which is keyed. You can see the little keyways there. They go in only one way, so very simple. They click in, and you got your little ribbon cable you got to put back, and it also has a little keyway, so it can only go in one direction. Plugs right in until it snaps in. And then you can put this back, put your screws back in, plug your machine back in, and it should work perfectly. Well, that's it. It's in. Feels about, I'd say it feels very similar to the one up. I mean, as far as tension, I know they make springs that you can add to it, or make it a little more tension, but actually the tension's perfect. It's the way I remember it back in the day playing. So I wouldn't want it any tighter than that. It's just that this unit now, you don't have to worry about it anymore going bad. They also make SANWA buttons, but I'm going to leave these until one goes bad, and then I'll change it. If one goes bad, I'll change them all. But that's how you do it. It's really, really simple to do. It's no big deal. And thank you very much for your time. Bye.